The U.S. House of Democrats has released a new report that is divvied up into Big Pharma's drug pricing practices. They say prices not only have skyrocketed recently, but that these pharmaceutical companies need to be held accountable, and they want to do that through new legislation. Republicans pushing back. They tell our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp they don't support the Democrats' bill that would achieve this.
The House Oversight and Reform Committee, along with Speaker Nancy Pelosi, released a massive 269-page report zeroing in on pharmaceutical companies' drug pricing practices. Over the past 3 years, the committee reviewed 1.5 million pages of internal company documents, which included internal strategy documents, communications, and non-public pricing data. They found that over the past 5 years, companies raised the price of brand prescription drugs by 36%.
First, we found that drug companies target American patients for price increases, in large part because Medicare is prohibited from negotiating for lower prices.
The report says these internal documents provide significant new insights into the tactics drug companies use to raise prices and keep them high by suppressing competition. The Dems are using this report to help bolster support for the Build Back Better bill, where in that legislation, people on Medicare will pay no more than $2,000 a year for their out-of-pocket medicine expenses and put a cap on insulin costs to no more than $35 a month.
But this is a situation where now we can end pharma's outrageous price hikes. That's what we have to do.
Republicans have strongly fought back the BBB, saying it'll be too costly. Representative Tom Reed, who is also against the BBB, has long advocated for lowering insulin costs. He told us in part, "We care about lowering the out-of-pocket cost of insulin for those impacted by diabetes, and that is why we supported former President Trump's cap on the cost of insulin, which President Biden later rescinded. This is a classic example of Washington's playing politics and not wanting to give the other side a win as real Americans suffer." The Senate has not yet voted on the BBB legislation. At the Capitol, Rachel Knapp reporting.